Thanks, Pete. It's great to be back in beautiful Mandurah and back in the West, and this is the only place in the country I seem to win races is in the West. So no, it's great to be back. I've been excited about this race for some time. Last year winning my first Australian 70-point title was a dream come true, and it was great on my resume, and to come back and defend, which would be amazing and awesome. But look, I'm fit and I'm raring to go, and the competition is a lot stiffer this year. Some great guys here sitting next to me, but I'll give it a good crack on Sunday. It's just another race. These guys here have had a lot better seasons than me, so I think the focus is more on those guys. So
psychology, boys. Here we go.
But as I said, I'm excited to be here, and I'm really looking forward to racing the best in the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a different style of racing after sort of 20 plus years racing Olympic distance and that style of racing. The 70.3s I've enjoyed, and like you said, I've had a little bit of success. But it's one of those things. I think I look beyond this year and looking forward. I actually wouldn't mind going back to some more of the shorter stuff as well. I dabbled with the Ironman last year, and that was miserable. That's a really long way, and I think when your body's practiced something for so long, trying to get it to go 4.5 times longer again, it just didn't respond at the Ironman stuff. But yeah, the 70.3's been a reasonable distance, but when you look on the table here, I think Terenzo Bozzone on the table here is honestly, when he's not injured, he literally is probably one of the greatest at this distance, and it's pretty great for us to be able to. I'm not meant to psych him out; it's actually meant to talk him up a little bit, but. It's truly what he did in Las Vegas at the World Champs this year was well and truly noted. With the way he got off the bike and ran extraordinary up into second there was phenomenal. Us Aussies, there was quite a few of us Aussies in Vegas trying to take on the sort of the Kiwis, the Americans and the Europeans, and we had Joe Gambles get a third and quite a number of Australian guys get in the top 10. So our calibre of athlete is really quite phenomenal down here, but in terms of the Asia-Pacific region, Terenzo's definitely got our measure at the moment, and we hope to give him a good run. I don't like to be beaten, but I love to race, and as you get older, you got to figure out new ways to train the body and new ways to get more out of yourself. And one of the high aspirations I have is to try and beat Javier Gomez, who's the world champion, in the non-drafting Olympic distance race in High V next year, and I immediately start turning my attention to that kind of a race, and that gets me really excited again, like I'm 21, and I'll be 42 in a month or two, but it's, while the body's, I can't explain it, the body's still hanging in there, and I'm pretty fortunate, I guess, that for 25 years it's still been there.
Thanks. I really love the Australian Kiwi love-hate relationship we have. Especially when it comes to rugby back home,
Okay, mate, no rugby talk, otherwise we're going to go to netball. All right, we beat you in the netball, we're even, okay? So let's just talk triathlon.
No, but it's funny, and we can hate each other, well, you can pretend to hate each other in one breath, but when we get up to America and, we choose to hang out with each other before we go. The Kiwis and Australians tend to migrate together, rather than going to hang out with sorry Laura, but the Americans. But I really like that relationship that we have with these guys, and some of my best friends are Australians, and it's just great to see the sport growing here. It's great to be able to come here and race. This is my first time in Western Australia, and I love the beachy vibe, and I'm just looking forward to a good race on the weekend. There's a really tough field, and yeah, it's going to be fun. Like Greg said, it's the drive to win that keeps us going, and while the drive to win is huge, there's also, I guess, other aspects which each of us personally have as goals going into each race, and the last year has really been great for me. I'm just hoping I can keep up with tradition and finish the year strongly.
It's great to be back. I came here last year for my first attempt at the 70.3, and I didn't get much further than the bakery and the cream buns, so I'm hoping to finish the race this year. If I do that, I'll be winning. Of course, I'd love to finish with a win, but I'm tackling a very strong field, including Laura here on the end and Melissa the reigning world champion, so it'll definitely be a fun day. Yeah, I've been fortunate to, I guess my transitional year into long course racing has been quite smooth. So I still feel like I'm learning a lot about the racing at each event. So it's pretty exciting in that I think I've got some more to get out of myself and a lot more improvement to do and just learning. So again, this race will be no different to the others. Learn new things. My body's much happier. It much prefers the slower pace. I think though, just having some confidence in knowing when the right time to push is and when the right time to maybe take a bit of a break is. Looking at some of the successful athletes in this sport, that might be one of the key things that I'm learning. So hopefully I can take that on board and follow in some of their footsteps.
Yeah, it's been nice to transition into the longer stuff. Like Annabel mentioned, the slower pace is a little bit better. I think gives you the opportunity to get stronger and decide a little bit on your year and pick your races. I think a lot of the World Cup stuff, you got to be ready all the time. Every race is like a World Championship race, and it's really hard on the body, especially I've been doing it for quite a few years now, and so it's been really nice. And Greg and I have kind of this year brought our schedules together a lot more, and so in order to really experience these races together, as much as they're a challenge, I keep every single one of my finisher t-shirts because I really do think it's an accomplishment to finish one of these things. So I might make a quilt or something at the end of the year. I really admire everyone that does this long distance stuff. You got to be strong, and you got to be strong not only physically but mentally, and to be out there all day. And it is actually a lot more about yourself and then the racing, and having top athletes like Annabel and Mel here it kind of makes you take it a little bit more seriously, and let's see, really draws out the competition of yourself and getting the most out of yourself.